what is up? It's me, Curiousjoi, and Square Enix invited me to the DAWNTRAIL media tour. This is my second media tour. I was able to attend the ʟᴏᴜᴜᴜ one. Though it was digital only, it was still fantastic. This one, we were there in person. This video is going to be my overview of everything that I was able to experience at the media tour. For those that don't know, I do main Astro currently, but I will be switching over to Pictomancer, but I did want to talk about the Astro changes in this video. If you want to see any of my individual videos, they're down in the playlist below. Oh, one thing to note, the build that we played is not final, so there are still things that are subject to change, like the graphics are still not 100% there, even though they do look a little different. I was looking at my aura that I tried to recreate, and I was like, that looks a lot different than what she looks like when I'm at home. So yes, there are still some graphical updates that still need to be done, and of course there's going to be like NPCs that have been removed during this media tour because spoilers, obviously. Let's start off with the one thing that I know you all are probably looking forward to, the dual die system. I'm unable to show the full menu due to the fact of placeholder text, but the 2 die system is definitely something that's going to change for the better. You are able to save your latest die choice, that way you'll be able to have that color combination that you like for the headpiece and transfer it over to the body and anywhere else. For this example, I have the Pictomancer artifact gear, and you're able to dye the paint on the bottoms and sleeves and hat a different color than the body of the piece. This is something that the community has been wanting for a long time, and I can't wait to see everyone's new color combinations. Now on to Astrologian changes. For those that don't know, I have been maining Astro for a very long time, so I was eager to see the changes. From the live letter, a lot of people thought that with the removal of RNG that it was going to simplify Astro. But with the removal of the RNG and Astro dyeing comes more buttons. Now when you draw a card, you get 3 play buttons, play 1, play 2, and play 3, and each one is designated to a different card ability, where it's defensive, offensive, and healing. The cool thing about this is that you can stack these cards onto one player. When it comes to Lord and Lady crowns, from my time with Astro, it just alternates which one comes after the other. So if you draw Lady of the Crown once, and then the next time you do Umbral Draw, you get Lord of the Crown. It's not a bad change, and having additional buttons and different play cards is going to take some getting used to, but I believe personally this does not simplify Astro. But on to the new fancy shiny stuff. There is a few things that I saw, just mainly 3 new skills that Astro gets, but it's added on to a skill they already had. So no more added buttons because they already gave us more with the play cards. At level 92, Divination gets added a new ability called Oracle that deals unexpected damage with the potency of 600 to the target and all enemies nearby it. At level 96, your Aspected Helios turns into Helios Conjunctions. This gives a cure potency of 250 with the regen effect of cure potency of 175. And the last skill, at level 100, Neutral Sect adds an additional ability called Sun Sign. This reduces the damage taken by self and nearby party members by 10%. But other than that, there's not too many differences that will change Astro to the point where it's unplayable. I'm still going to be maining it as my main healer and probably still using it in raids, even though I really want to try and change to Pictomancer. Before going to the media tour, I was dead set in switching over to Pictomancer for DAWNTRAIL. I had the same feeling when I went to the ʟᴏᴜᴜ media tour where I really wanted to play Sage, but I feel like my feelings for Sage was just the excitement of learning a new class, because as the days progressed, I ended up not following through with that. But I feel a little different with Pictomancer because I feel like it combines a lot of the classes that I love playing. I love playing Astrologian, I love playing Gunbreaker, I love playing Machinist because I love busy classes. And it feels like Pictomancer, though it will have, of course, the typical opener and anyone finds, it has that room of like busyness where you have to keep track of your paintings and you have to do all of this stuff. And there does seem room for like personalization in a sense. Of course, there will probably be the hardcore players that will specifically say you must push this button at this time and this push and this time. At least my time with it didn't feel like there was like a straight up combo thing that you can do, but of course they will find a way. I'm so excited to be DPS again in tunnel vision. So I'm so sorry, healers, when I died in mechanics because I'm looking at my buttons for a while, but I'll get there. I understand the healer life. I have a separate video going over all the different artifact gears, but I wanted to talk to you here about my favorite ones. Of course, I love Pictomancer because it is basically Realm's alpha from Final Fantasy VI, and if those that don't know, Final Fantasy VI is one of my all-time favorite Final Fantasies, so I'm so excited to see Realm representation in this game. Even though I do not play Bard, I still think the Bard outfit is probably one of my favorites of the artifact gear. It's just really nice. I know some people probably won't like it, but with all the different Bard outfits that we have had in the past, I definitely think this is one of the better ones. And last but not least, the Dragoon artifact gear literally made me squill in my chair because it is definitely Kain from Final Fantasy IV. I don't play Dragoon. I literally started as a Dragoon when I first started playing Final Fantasy XIV, but I just love the fact that they have the little blonde ponytail hanging out. I was just like, oh my god, this is so Kain, and I absolutely love it. But yes, if you want to see more of the artifact gear, definitely check below down in the description for the full artifact gear video. So let's talk about the new dungeon. The new dungeon was definitely a lot of fun. There's brand new mechanics that are similar to things that we've seen in the past, plus adding a little new spin and twist to them. Besides the difficulty of the dungeon and the dungeon overall, there is one thing that has my theory brain churning. For those that know, I am ʟᴇᴜ's biggest fan. During the FanFest panel last year, they mentioned for Dawntrail that some of the scions won't be agreeing on something. But during the dungeon, as you're running through, you see familiar faces and a new one with ʟᴇᴜ and Curiousjoi. For some reason, ʟᴇᴜ decides to say, sorry friends, it looks like you're gonna have to find a new route. So all this does is get my brain churning, hoping and praying that the scion that is not on your side is the one and only ʟᴇᴜ. I am the biggest fan of ʟᴇᴜ, but I need him to be the bad boy because reasons. But yeah, that was just a little thing that I saw that I'm excited to see. It may or may not happen because of course all this stuff is not final and things may change, but I did notice that and it got me excited. But overall, my time at the Dawntrail Media Tour was an absolute blast. I feel like there's just so much to uncover with the time that we have, so I probably missed so much, so apologies there. But, you know, the game comes out at the end of this month, early access, and then come July, the full game is out, and we are going to be going on an adventure. I cannot wait. And of course, one of the last things that I want to talk about is the music. Of course, the music is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that is it for my overview of the Dawntrail Media Tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, if you want to see the individual videos, they are down in the description on the playlist below. That is it for me. Until next time, I will probably see you in Eorzea.